getting and keeping people's attention is hard. Do you guys agree with that? Is there anybody on the chat today that feels like, no, James, we figured this out. We are really, really good at getting people's attention, right? And then we never lose a donor. That's just not the way the world works. It feels to me, often even with my own marketing, it feels like I'm on a constant hamster wheel, just spinning and spinning and spinning, trying to capture more relationships than the year before. And as a nonprofit organization, often we're not great with this. Like we work very, very hard. Our particular quota or goal, if you would, every year is to add 250 new donors, and kind of per campaign that we're running. And it seems like every year we're kind of back to the 250 again. So we're just really trying to work harder and harder to get people's attention. There's a couple of reasons why this is, and here's been my experience. And in talking with folks like you, it seems that we all agree that attention spans are very, very short. Like we have some studies now suggest about 8-second attention span. If you don't believe that, ask my wife. Tracy will tell you for sure that this is a true statement when it comes to me particularly. But I think across all of our audience channels, social, email, mobile, it doesn't really matter. We have a very, very small window to grab someone's attention. I saw a study recently that the average person scrolls 300 feet a day with their thumb on their phone. 300 feet a day. Could you imagine walking outside, and like, I don't know how you would walk your thumb across the ground for 300 feet, but that would be exhausting. So if you ever go to bed with tired phalanges, that is why you're scrolling through an average of 300 feet a day. So what does that mean to us as nonprofit folks, marketers, communications development? We got to get people's attention. We got to get them to stop. We got to stop the scroll and help them go like, oh, this is meaningful. This is impactful for me as a person. Like I love your story and what you're about, but if I don't see myself in it, if I can't be the hero of my own story, I'm going to largely disregard it, which is why things like story brand is so critically important that you really get your head around that. We did a whole workshop on this last year, or last month rather, on our webinar. But how do we stop the scroll and get people to pay attention? That's a real challenge, and we're going to talk a little bit about here in a minute why some of our tactics work to help you do that.